But what it did was all these bases that are now, it deactivated the missiles. It reduced, it pulled out the missiles of all of these bases. So basically, you cut them down to half. Still, yes, very dangerous. But the danger was reduced. And most importantly, both sides were talking. All right? All right, now, Highway, you guys have been great. Let me go to Strasbourg. Let's go back to Strasbourg here. Recent events, recent current world events. There's been some announcements between President Obama and Russian President Medvedev. Tell me a little bit about that, Strasbourg. What's going on with that?
They're lowering their nuclear arms some more now.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Did you read the article recently, or hear it on the news, or something like that, or CNN, or MSNBC, or?
Read a little bit about it.
Okay. All right. Let me go into a little bit detail about this. To be honest with you, they didn't really reduce that much, if any. What they did do is they changed the way they count the warheads, the weapons. They changed the way they count the missiles. This missile here, the Minuteman II, one warhead, 1.2 megatons. Minuteman III, the Peacekeeper, other missiles that were in Minuteman III is in use right now, and the Russian missiles are the same way, have what's called a MIRV warhead. MIRV stands for Independent Reentry Vehicle. What that means is instead of one warhead, they would have 5, 7, 10. Some of those would be decoys. Some of those would be filled with only conventional explosives. And the idea was whoever was attacking and they was maybe going to shoot them down or intercept them, they wouldn't know which one were actual nuclear warheads or which ones were decoys or which ones were conventional, not as dangerous. So they used to count this as one. Now they're counting each one individually. But more importantly to me, and I think most of the world, I hope most of the world, is what's happening is both sides are talking again. Since 1991, since the START Treaty, both sides didn't talk that much, and you had some government changes. Let me go back, and I'm not picking on the student from Germany, but we had an exchange student from Latvia here about 2 weeks ago, and I asked her what they thought, and she said, interestingly, the same thing about Ronald Reagan. They thought he was a hero. And Mikhail Gorbachev, unfortunately, in Russia is looked upon as a fool, when you could almost put him with equal billing with Ronald Reagan. He was a hero. He was a visionary. He saw that what was happening with an arms race, just building more and more missiles, wasn't getting anybody anywhere, because we could each destroy each other 100 times over. That wasn't the answer. The answer was to reduce, to stand down from where we were at the tip of the brink of destruction. So Gorbachev, he's not well thought of in Europe at all, but so they've had a change in government over there. And instead of reformers, you had Gorbachev, Yeltsin. You now have some people who came from their former secret police. So kind of tensions are getting high again. All right, let me go to Medicine Valley for a question. Okay? And Medicine Valley, are you there? You guys haven't fallen asleep yet, have you? Okay, very good. Okay. All right, let me go back to events during the Cold War, and any of them. But I want you to give me an event during the Cold War that you think would have put these crews on a very heightened state of alert. What's something happened? Give me something that happened maybe between 1967 up until 1990 or 1985. Tell me something that happened in there, anything that might have put these people on a heightened state of alert. Go ahead.
The U-2 spy plane.
Very good. Very good. Who said that?
Tell Dietrich, one of
Is that
our seniors.
Okay, very good. That happened. That happened during the as a lead up to the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yep. And that did cause tensions to heighten. Yes, it did. Okay, give me some other things more recent. I'm going to help you out here. I'm going to just a little bit. I'm going to put a little display up here. But
can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
How accurate were those missiles?
You know,
How accurate is it?
the United States weapons with 1.2 megaton, they were built to be accurate within 500 yards. You're talking a distance of 6,000 miles. That is very, very accurate. Soviet missiles? I mean, think here a minute. We got, at Medicine Valley, we got any baseball players in here, in the class here? Anybody play baseball? Okay, all right. Well, the Soviet weapons, they were looking for the ballpark. Think here a minute. They've got 10 megaton warheads. They don't need pinpoint accuracy. They're looking for something in the ballpark. They're landing that thing. They're landing that missile within a mile of a launch control center. That launch control center's gone. So, all right, let's go on to give me some events now. Let's get back to the meat of our discussion here. Give me some world events that happened between maybe the late 60s, early 70s, up until, say, the late 80s, early 90s that happened that would cause these missileers to go on a heightened state of readiness down here. Give me some. Teachers, you can help out, too.
Good.
Assassination of JFK.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. That's a very good one. That would have done it. Give me some other ones here. I'm going to give you a hint. Everybody see that camera there? Yom Kippur War. We go on a worldwide alert. There was a war fought. This was with Israel. Israel fought that war against countries in the Middle East. They had one in 1967 called the Six-Day War. There were some political events that occurred. Let me go back to Chilhowie, and again, I'm not picking on her, but our student from Germany. What happened in Poland in the early 1980s? What happened?
What? You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure. The week before that, like after, I just know the beginning of the Second World War that it kind of like began the Second World War. So it probably was kind of between Russia and Germany. And
Well, no, I'm looking for something more recent.
Okay.
The withdrawal from Soviet
Oh.
Union?
I'll help you here a little bit. The Solidarity movement in Poland. The Soviets are ruling these Eastern Bloc countries, the Warsaw Pact countries, with an iron fist. And you have a trade union, what starts out as a trade union in Poland called Solidarity. It was at a shipyard, and they start talking. They want better conditions. They want to get paid what they're worth. Under communism, that doesn't happen.